Group stage football often whets the appetite, but it's the knockout rounds that really count, and the 2013 FIFA Under-20 World Cup was no different. Sadly for home fans, host Turkey fell by the wayside in the second round, put to the sword by a ruthless French side. Mexico provided a tough test for favourite Spain, taking an early lead, but it was that man Hesse to the rescue, saving La Rojita with his 5th of the tournament. There was an upset too, as much fancied Portugal succumbed to Ghana. Bruma and co losing by the odd goal in 5 to end dreams of repeating their famous 1991 triumph. 2009 champions Ghana marched on. Colombia too saw their tournament end prematurely. An 8-7 defeat on penalties to Korea Republic meant Juan Quintero wouldn't be adding to his goals tally. Fellow South Americans Chile showed promise in brushing aside Croatia, but suffered heartbreak against Ghana in the quarter-final. Uzbekistan continued the good work of their under-17 team, setting up a quarter-final with France. But it was another side that was starting to build some real momentum.
Uruguay. There's no Brazil, no Argentina, no other South Americans. Just us Uruguayans showing our Charrúa spirit.
That Charrúa spirit, a Uruguayan saying for never surrendering, was particularly enforced as they pulled off arguably the shock of the tournament to beat Spain in the quarter-finals.
We knew that Spain was the big candidate to become the champions, and that they would play a type of football that we are not very accustomed to. We knew that we would only have a few opportunities, because they would probably have the ball more than we would. And well, thanks to God, there was a corner and a header from Felipe that brought us the victory. That goal brought a victory against Spain for Uruguay. It was incredible.
Uruguay was a team built around plenty of individual skill, but more importantly boasted a strong collective. Having turned up the heat to beat Spain, their semi-final opponents were Iraq, one of the surprise stories of the tournament. Inspired by marauding fullback Ali Adnan, Iraq were on course to upset the South Americans, taking a 34th-minute lead. But just when victory seemed assured, an 87th-minute equaliser changed the game. Uruguay won on penalties.
We saw some videos from Uruguay, and we saw a square full of people watching the game on giant screens and shouting after the goal. It was incredible. It's something unique that gives you more emotion and more motivation to carry on with the same mentality after this tournament.
Their opponents in the final, another nation seeking a first title at this level.
France. Just one game to go.
Inspired by their midfield maestro Paul Pogba, who'd go on to win the Player of the Tournament accolade, they'd comfortably dispatched Uzbekistan before a brace from Florian Thauvin saw them end Ghana's run at the semi-final stage.
Between the group stage and the round of 16, there was a question of confidence. Everybody wanted to do better. The team had to do a bit better. And it's because we were strong collectively that we achieved this. We scored 4 against Turkey, just conceding 1, and then 4 against Uzbekistan, without conceding. It's pride. We're here in the final, somewhere we've never been as long as this competition has existed. Just like we have throughout this tournament, we'll give the maximum to win. It's a football match as always, and of course we'll give our maximum. And we hope to take the cup back to France.
The final proved the perfect end for France and a game too far for Uruguay. After 120 goalless minutes, Dimitri Foulquier stroked home the winning penalty.
Naturally, it's a great day for me, but above all for the players. It's their first trophy at 20 years of age. World champions at 20, that's quite something. Before the game, we spoke a lot about what we wanted to do. They've spent 3 years with me, and they've all been together for 5 years. We've done lots of good work in that time. But before today, our list of honours was blank. So to finish our time together with a title is superb. Hats off to my players.
France had a very good collective game. with famous players, huge experience in important teams from Europe, and with a lot of international know-how. But we did manage to create opportunities to be able to score. We suffered a little on the physical side, forcing us into 2 substitutions that weren't on the cards, 2 wide players, and so we lost the chance to bring on players that could have made a difference in attack.
Above all, we're incredibly happy. The 21 players in this group have been beyond reproach during the 6 weeks we've been together here. It's been a pleasure to be able to watch them work towards this victory, always displaying such great desire and enthusiasm.